Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the Cruise News Show. I'm your host Tony here with the latest cruise news updates. Well, I'm home and my studio's a mess, so you got this going on, but that's neither here nor there. When I left you last, we were talking about how Carnival Corporation, in a tumultuous position under the thumb of a federal judge down there in Miami. This is the judge that's been working the pollution case over the last few years with Carnival Corporation, and she's none too pleased about the progress that's been made for some of these probation issues that they've had. There's a lot that's packed into it. This thing goes way back, goes back to Princess, it goes way back, let me say that, but it's all coming to a head right now. When we left it on Friday, the judge had a court hearing saying that she was going to require a 60-day notice before Carnival could start cruising again in the United States, and Carnival would have to be environmentally compliant with everything that the court had put forth, that there'd have to be a certification process, and the way it was left on Friday is they gave all that information to Carnival Corporation, and we haven't heard anything else back. So I just wanted to remind you of that story. We're waiting for an update, but that could be really tragic for Carnival Corporation. This isn't just Carnival Cruise Line. This is Princess and Holland America, and all of the Carnival lines that operate here in the United States could be put on hold while they take care of this environmental issue. It's got nothing to do with COVID. It's pre-COVID. And yeah, so Carnival could be delayed by, again, something out of left field. I mean, you know, they knew about it, right? They've been working on it for years. So I can't say it's too out of left field, but you didn't think it was going to come in at the last minute before the restart for the COVID. But boom, there it is. I wonder if any of their competitors are going, boy, that stinks, but we're going to start sailing. It could happen. That's 2020, man. Yeah, it's a good reminder for all of us. You got to keep your house in order because you never know when somebody's going to be coming and looking in your closets. But anyways, there is some good cruise news out there. Royal Caribbean blog, guess what cruise line they're into? Royal Caribbean. They're announcing that Royal Caribbean is offering double loyalty points for new bookings in 2021. That's right, if you've ever been on the grind for loyalty points, you get 1 point per day of sailing, so you gotta sail to get the loyalty points. You can work your way up the tiers. You can have different colors, platinum, gold, onyx. I don't know, I don't think onyx is one of them, but you can do that and you can get free stuff. People like it. Being Royal Loyal, being on the Crown and Anchor program, that's pretty cool. And so now you can get more points quicker. Here's how it works. You have to book a cruise pretty quickly between October the 19th, 2020, December 31st, 2020. The rest of the year. If you book a cruise during that time period for the time period of 2021, January the 1st, 2021, December 31st, 2021. If you book a cruise in that window, in the 2021 window, you get 2 points where you would normally only get 1 point. That's right. So if you're taking a 7-day sailing, you would only normally get 7 points. But now, if you book this promotion, you get 14 points. If you've ever thought about booking a Royal Cruise, or if you're Royal Loyal and you want to try to double up those points, this is the time to do it. And if you need help booking your cruise, let Lido Loca Travel, powered by Expedia, help you out. Lido Loca Travel, run by the lovely Jenny. Send her an email, jbarnett@expediacruises.com. She's booked thousands of cruises. Doesn't cost you anything extra. So not only can you get your double points with Royal, but you can work with a cruise booking expert for no cost to you. I'll leave the information in the description, but a good time to book a Royal Caribbean cruise. More details are still coming out on this as reported by Royal Caribbean blog, but the short version of the story is it's a 2-for-1 on the loyalty program if you book a cruise with Royal Caribbean between now and the end of the year for a cruise in 2021. It's a great time to do it. So the weekend wasn't all bad news for Carnival Corporation. We've got a good humanitarian story coming out from Carnival. There's a lot of warm and fuzzies with it. There is the rule of the sea. If you are on the sea and you are a ship captain and you see people in distress on the sea, regardless of nationality, regardless of company affiliation, regardless of the regardless, It's like the Hippocratic Oath. Like doctors are supposed to take care of people. Sea captains are supposed to save people that are in peril. And there was distress on the high seas this past weekend. 24 passengers, 37 miles off the coast of Florida in international waters. They had some trouble. And guess who was out there? Well, there's a lot of cruise ships out there, but the Carnival sensation. That's right, the Carnival Fantasy class ship, the oldie but goodie skeleton crew making its way around in international waters. They see these 24 people in distress. They roll up on them. They give them supplies. They give them life jackets. They make sure that they're secure, but before they can leave, they realize that the boat is taken on water. These people are going to be in major distress, and so after they gave them all those provisions, they went, well, you can't even stay on this boat. So they pulled all the people onto the Carnival Sensation. They isolated them. They quarantined them. They didn't know what the situation was with them, so they isolated them from the crew. And sure enough, their boat sank. But all the people were saved, including little babies. So way to go, Carnival. The end of that story is the Coast Guard came, took the people off of the Carnival Sensation and did whatever the Coast Guard's going to do. Took them to the United States to figure out what the next step in the process is. But yes, the captain of the Carnival Sensation keeping his oath as a seaman, going out there and helping out the people in distress. Way to go, Carnival. I don't know if that's going to get you any credit with the federal judge, but it gets you credit with us, and hopefully even the most sourpuss out there can give a thumbs up to Carnival for saving the day. Way to go. All right, so I've got 2 cruise news stories left still. One pretty good, the other one, I mean, I would be remiss if I didn't report on it. But yeah, so I'm saving the worst till the last today because it's Monday and everybody's trying to have a good Monday. But hey, if you're here, if you're enjoying it, show your support, hit the like button. And if you like getting the cruise news on the regular, please consider subscribing with the notification bell on. You get this. Sorry, that's all I can offer. But now let's get to this. A lot of people say, look, if I'm going cruising in a pandemic, seems like I should need some sort of insurance. Am I going to be able to get any insurance? What's the deal with that? I get that question a lot. That's a real legit concern. I don't cruise at all without insurance, and so if I'm going to cruise during the pandemic, I got to know that I can get me some virus insurance. And it still remains to be seen how that's all going to play out, but the way it's playing out so far as cruises have resumed, many cruise lines offering inexpensive insurance. MSC offering inexpensive insurance that will take care of COVID issues. Royal Caribbean, they're getting ready to do cruises to nowhere in Singapore, offering some inexpensive insurance that you can take to cover some of your expenses. All that's still being fleshed out. But now we have another cruise line that they're not even going to charge you for the insurance. They are going to include the insurance, and we're talking about Celestyal Cruises. Celestyal Cruises partnering with the big travel insurance company Allianz Global to provide COVID insurance. Insurance that covers all things virus related, including outbreak and transportation. This will be included in your cruise fare. Celestyal, 3 cruise ships. They cruise primarily around Greece. They're in the Mediterranean. They're not cruising anytime soon. They're cruising March 2021. But the good news, the big news is for those people that will not cruise without insurance. I'm one of them. At least that insurance will be included on Celestyal. Small cruise line, only a few ships. I don't think at the end of the day we'll see the big cruise lines giving out free insurance. I feel like that's something you're going to have to pay for, but at least it's another example of cruise lines being insurance minded, knowing that one of the concerns that passengers returning to cruising will have is, what do I do? Like, I don't, most people don't have enough scratch and a bag of money where they can take care of all of their issues if a virus comes up. And so at least the cruise lines, forward thinking, partnering with companies like Allianz to come up with some sort of insurance that makes cruising a little more tolerable when it comes to worrying about health and safety. Good job, Celestyal. I like it. And now let's get to the dang it, is there a virus on the cruise ship news? I mentioned it last week that the Grandiosa, MSC's Grandiosa, got turned away from Malta because the captain had reported maybe something on the cruise ship. And there are passengers on Facebook confirming that they've received an email from MSC saying that they know for sure that there was a case of the virus on the cruise ship on the Grandiosa on the October 7th sailing. Now, the source of this story is emails put forth by passengers that received them. This was reported by Cruise Law News. That's where I saw the story. And the basic gist of it is it was an advisory email from MSC saying if you were on this sailing, be cautious for the next 14 days. Watch your symptoms, continue to do health protocols, and watch yourself because you may have been in contact with someone who has the virus. It is uncertain at this point whether the person that tested positive was a crew member or a passenger. Those details are not forthcoming. Again, the gist of it is an email was sent out by MSC Cruises to previous passengers saying that someone on your cruise tested positive for the virus. Interestingly enough, this wasn't publicly announced. Like, I don't find a news story through like an official news outlet saying that there's an announcement from MSC. So I don't know if the protocol in this situation is just to notify the passengers and not necessarily notify like the media. That's interesting to me. And sure, it's disappointing that we got a case of the virus inside the Grandiosa cruise bubble that I love so much, but I'm not naive to the fact that that's gonna happen. And I've said it countless times that it's not whether or not you can keep the virus off the cruise ship, but it's what do you do with the virus when it's on the cruise ship? What do you do when you know the virus was on the cruise ship? And here we see MSC working through their health protocols to notify people. We will continue to watch and see if this is a bigger story. Not a ton of information about this. Did the passenger test positive on the cruise ship? Were they isolated on the cruise ship? Did those protocols kick in? We just don't have that data. The only thing we know is that passengers are getting information saying that they were on a cruise ship where a positive case made an appearance. Are we going to be able to live with any number of cases on cruise ships, or does any number of cases on cruise ships mean we should not go cruising? That's the debate that rages on, and I'm sure you guys will tell me about it in the comments. What do you think about the cruise news stories today? Was that good karma on Carnival's side, helping those people at sea? And will you book a Royal Caribbean cruise and get double points? I think I will. I like double points and I like Royal Caribbean. This seems like a good match, and virus on a cruise ship. That's going to be the story for a while. What do you think? Leave a comment below and see if you can work the word violet into it. Violet. That's the word of the day. Thank you so much for stopping by. Show your support by hitting the like button. This is Tony for Lido Loca, the Cruise News Show. And until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido. Bye.